afternoon. Welcome to Lunch Bites. I'm Pastor Rich. I'm the lead pastor here at Lake Missionary Church, and we're so glad you're here today. Have you ever found yourself in a bad mood and you couldn't figure out why? Are you just really negative, or just things aren't really right? I would encourage you to check out who you're hanging out with. Who are your friends? Who are the people who are influencing your life? Proverbs chapter 22, verses 24 and 25 say, "Do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared." Have you ever found yourself just being angry or getting frustrated with situations just simply over nothing? Sometimes we take on the personalities of the people we hang out with. You find out if you hang out with more negative people, you end up being more negative. If you hang out with positive people, you be more positive. And I have experienced this really over the last almost couple weeks now, where I have not got on my personal Facebook page very much at all. And if I do, it is just skimming through just to see what's going on with the people I care about most. If there's political articles or, just kind of pop culture articles right now, I avoid them. I skip right over them, because what I've learned is that being on Facebook and hearing the arguments that are going on in our culture today really kind of sets me into a bad mood. And I know I've shared this a few times here over the last couple weeks, but I see this. I see this a whole different dynamic from what the writer of Proverbs was talking about. This is a different dynamic in that back when the writer of Proverbs wrote this, there was no internet, there was no Facebook, it was just face-to-face people. And they were people that you were in close acquaintance with. But today you can be an acquaintance with people and not even know them or have even met them. And you find them saying things and just driving things into you that are troubling. So the encouragement I have for you today is to check your friends, check who you're hanging out with, check who's influencing your life the most, and then see if God is telling you something. Ask God to show you what's going on, because we can't avoid everybody that's in a bad mood or everybody that has a negative attitude, because that's not what we're called to do either. But I think what the writer of Proverbs is encouraging us is not to constantly get in with that type of group. When you find yourself, and it could be in any situation, talking about sports. If you get in a group that's really negative on your team, you find yourself getting really negative about your team. And then when you get with somebody who's more positive, all of a sudden you're more positive about your team. Your team hasn't changed. Nothing has changed. But your attitude has changed because the people around you are influencing that attitude. So the writer of Proverbs here, he recognizes it, he writes it, and he encourages us to be around people who are always building us up, who are encouraging us, who are leading us in directions that we should be going. We can't avoid everybody, and we're not called to avoid people, but we're called to avoid those situations that really entangle us and ensnare us and cause us to really be in bad or negative moods. So that's my encouragement for you today. I hope you have a great day, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.